Hey, it's Emma Romano here, founder of the Thrive and Life Foundation, self-healing coach, and the midwife to your personal alchemy.
I am Kelly Bowen, founder of the Heaven Within Foundation, CEO of Lifestyle Finance Australia, finance expert, life and business coach.
And you are listening to Inspired Conversations,
where we talk about the things that really matter. Yes, we go there.
We share together what's exciting us, inspiring us, and having the most profound impact on our lives and our clients' lives. And we do this to elevate and inspire you.
We cover it all from life, body, love, relationships, trauma healing, addictions, business, money, and all things woo-woo.
So sit back, relax,
and get ready to be inspired and laugh the fuck out loud.
Well, welcome everybody. This is Inspired Conversations. This is Emma Romano and the delicious
Kelly Bowen with our special guest, Marie.
We have Marie here today. So this is exciting. We are doing a series of podcasts of actually live coaching people. This is what we do. This is my job online. So we've got Marie here today, and Marie is an incredible woman. She is a practitioner herself, works with people one-to-one. She's just learned Family Freedom Protocol. And she does these incredible wellness retreats. So, and they pack out, like she takes people off to Greece. She takes them here, she takes them there, she takes them everywhere. She's an incredible woman. And today she has some issues we're talking about relationships. Marie, would you like to introduce yourself to these amazing people listening today?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Marie. And I host, transformational wellness retreats all over the place. And just recently sold out Greece. Yay!
Congratulations!
Yeah, it's a great feeling, isn't it, when you know that you're selling out retreats and it's not about selling the retreats out, it's about knowing that all these people are about to be deeply, deeply transformed. So beautiful, isn't it? Now, Marie, you had a little chat to Kel and I before about what the issue is going on in relationships. And you said it was around alcohol. Not for you. You don't drink alcohol, but you've had some really bad experiences with other people around alcohol. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us what's happening for you? So explain to the people, have you got a partner? What's happening?
Yeah, so look, I do have a partner. He's a very loving, caring man. He's completely the opposite to me. I'm the crazy, not the crazy one, but the very outgoing, and I'm a Sagittarian and he's a Leo, and he's very grounded, very calming. But how he processes his stress is completely different to mine. He will turn to alcohol, and then I get triggered because instead of just having one or two drinks, he'll just go on have a few drinks. And I'm not going to say bender. He has done that in the past. That doesn't happen anymore. However, that triggers me, and I feel because of past relationships where they have been really abusive and alcohol has been involved, I get triggered, and then I spiral into an argument. We both do, and then there's no reeling back. Like, we just fight, and then it just feels like it's just a circle that we can't pull ourselves out of. And we both say things that we don't mean, and then 24 hours later, it's like, okay, this has got to stop happening. And I feel that, personally, I can do better. I shouldn't be reacting the way that I react. He should be able to go and have a drink. If that's his go-to is just to go and have a couple of drinks, he should be able to do that without me reacting the way that I do.
Do you want to know why you react the way you do?
Yeah, I do.
I can help you with that. We can both help you with that. So in my body of work in relationship sovereignty, I have discovered 3 things that create a dis-ease in any kind of relationship, either with relationship with somebody else, relationship with your own past, with your future, with money, with anything. There's three things. One is shame, two is trauma, and three are agreements. An agreement is like I make a pact. So one of the things, your partner has already made an agreement that he can't calm his nervous system down himself. He needs something exterior to help him. It's a consumer. He needs to consume something for him to calm down.
Mm.
The second thing is when we're in a trauma response, the reason you're probably going into a spiral is this. As a female, as a woman, when we're with a partner, whether that partner is another woman, a man, or whatever, we need to feel safe. And we feel safe when our partner is not poisoning themselves.
Yeah.
So what's happening is this. Your partner is needs something outside of himself to calm him down, which puts you then into, I'm not safe because he doesn't feel safe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's really landing for me, Emma.
Yeah. And the second thing is, it's not like he's sitting there having a cup of tea. He's not sitting there, having something that's actually good for him, or some fruit or some vegetables to calm his nervous system down or his stress levels down. He's already in a toxic way, having something that's toxic.
Mm.
So it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Two kinds of toxicity now. And this is without even your background around alcohol. This is even pretend you don't have a trigger around alcohol. Already this is playing out that I am not safe because one, my partner is having to consume something outside of himself to make him feel good. The second thing, he's having toxins. So if he's having toxins, is he feeding himself poison or is he feeding himself good?
Poison.
That's right. So if he's feeding himself poison, what is your unconscious mind saying? He is living or is he what?
Dying.
Yeah. If he's dying, what are you doing about it? You're now in a massive trauma response.
Mm.
And I tell you why you're in a trauma response. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Because shame comes up for you. Shame of why am I not good enough for you to not drink that?
Yeah.
And then the trauma comes up. So your trauma response, there's four major ones. And there's like fight, which I think is your one.
Mm-hmm.
There's flight, which you run away. There's freeze, that you just you shut down. And there's fawn, which is you people please. Right? So I mean, I have fawn and I have fight. And they both come out at different times. Usually it's the people pleaser that comes out of me first. I'm like, it's all okay. And then I want to rip your head off. Right? So then the fight comes. That's why you do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's the reason why. It's so that it's the shame that comes up. It's like, I'm scared now because he hasn't got his shit together, which means I've got to get my shit together and keep his shit together.
That's exactly what I do, Emma. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm carrying this relationship. I'm doing everything. And I feel threatened. And then I just want to run. It's like, okay, that's it. It's over.
Yeah. You've got two trauma responses. You've got fight and you've got flight.
Mm.
They're your two majors.
Yeah, I got them both.
That's why you do it. So
How
then we got rid of that situation. We got rid of that. Now we need to help you do a lot of more things. But first off, I know Kelly wants to talk to you. I know I can literally hear Kelly's voice, right? About there's also an issue. Kelly will probably tell you more about it. I think you're at full capacity. We're always full. Like, I don't know who can see this. People listen to this, but people watch it as well. I'm holding a drink bottle. And you've got to imagine us always at 100% capacity. What capacity, what energies are mostly taking up your 100%? Because if it's love and light and acceptance, you will not go through fight and flight. So we have to look at what's the majority of in here. And my take is you're more full of fear of rejection than you are of anything else. It's been rejected. So when he takes the alcohol, it's a rejection to you. And you were talking about it in your business before that you're scared of judgment. I have a feeling you're more scared of rejection.
Yeah.
Because him drinking is rejecting you.
Yeah.
Because when he's drinking, he can't catch you. He can't be in that masculine energy. It's taking him directly out of that centered energy.
Yeah. I don't feel supported at all. I don't feel stable. I feel like, that I'm just going this alone.
Kel, do you wanna have a chat?
Oh, you know I would love to.
Yes. I know, she's like at the bit. Go for it.
Firstly, Marie, I want to acknowledge you for having the courage to come on the show and have this conversation with us and to serve our greater audience, because I know this is definitely a common dynamic that can go on within relationships. And second, Em, like on point. Really loved listening to you take us through that. The piece that I would like to offer to you, Marie, is as Em was saying, how like you're at full capacity and what is that capacity made of? I would like to help you create some more capacity within your metaphorical drink bottle and start bringing your sense of safety back into yourself, so that regardless of what's going on social media and how people are responding to your content, regardless of how your partner is showing up and what he's doing, you've got the inner resources to hold yourself so that it doesn't matter. Because what can happen is that when we place our safety external to us, as soon as the external conditions change, that's when we're going to feel out of control, or we're going to feel like if that person loved me, they wouldn't be doing this. And you said it here. Where did I write it down? That if no one gives a shit about me and I feel unsupported, if they knew what was going on for me, like they wouldn't be doing this. So what I'm hearing in there is that your safety is part of it is externally placed outside of you. So when those pawns don't move the way they're meant to move on the chessboard, it creates so much internal chaos. And then like the underlying, there'll be an element of fawn, because that's I need these people to be okay for me to be okay and be going along with it. And then as Emma said, then there's the fight, and the fight to create safety within the nervous system is control, anger and control. So my intention and what I'd love to offer you is to help you start moving through some of these pieces to create a little bit more space. So when you feel that, you can go, okay, where am I placing my safety right now? And how do I internally resource this? And I remember when I first went through this, I'd placed safety in my bed when I first did this process. And I didn't realize, I thought I'd done so well at cultivating my own inner safety after having quite a traumatic experience. And what I started noticing was that if I went away and I had people house sitting and they were sleeping in my bed, I'd get real weird about it. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about whoever sleeping in my bed, or not liking sharing my sleeping space. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized I'd anchored safety in my bed. So if I don't feel safe with someone and they're in my bed, regardless of whether I'm there or not, I all of a sudden feel unsafe. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now we have to really start cultivating that being in this physical vessel, that is the safety anchor. And sometimes it's going to take a little bit of time to get to that place. And then having something like a space or a room where you start anchoring is okay, but just still being aware that if something changes in that room, it's going to change how your safety feels, which is going to change your capacity and how much is in that metaphorical cup. And the goal is always to internally resource. So when I share with you about feeling safe in your body, what comes up for you? Is this something that you felt before? Is this a foreign feeling? Is this a completely new concept?
What comes up for me? Safety in my body. I have had safety in my body before. And when talking about that, I felt like well, I remembered a moment when I was safe in my body, when I was going through my cancer healing journey and started doing the work. And I learned to become safe in my body because I went into great big overwhelm and panic, and the only safety that I could find was in my body. And you just reminded me that I've forgotten about that, forgotten how to do all of that. Like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And to a degree, I have been anchoring safety externally, like in my, environment, my apartment. And then when things go wrong in here, I really lose my shit and now I understand why, because I feel threatened in my own environment, which is what I have created to make me feel safe. But that predator, that environment, when it's been threatened, yeah, oh my God.
Yeah. And the predator could be somebody just moved the kettle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or didn't put the toilet seat down or something like that. It can be like the predator can be really, really something benign, but wow, does that set off the nervous system? Like, I'm in danger response. So I absolutely want to validate the fact that it's very real when it happens, because your body's not reacting to the moment, it's reacting to an event in the past that was very traumatic. So I love that you felt this before. And when you were going through the cancer healing journey, can you talk to me a little bit about like what safety was for you in your body back then and how you knew you were feeling it?
So I guess for me back then, like I started learning all these different modalities, meditation being one of them, breath work, that helped me ground and then just feel into my body. I became very tuned into what was happening in my body. And then calming my central nervous system down. I mean, we're talking 15 years ago here.
You're ahead of your time.
Yeah, back then it helped heal me, cured me of cancer. And I just recall that anytime I felt, threatened or didn't feel safe, I would literally just pull myself away, like get myself quiet and draw myself into my body, into my space, and then, into my body, and then just breathe, and just ground myself. That was basically what worked for me. And no one, in my mind, the only thing that I could control was how I was feeling. I couldn't control what was going on out here, but I could certainly control my emotions and what was going on in my body. And that was my number one goal. So that's how I felt safe.
Marie, that's a superpower.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you go back to that moment, can you do that really quickly? Can you go in that space right now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, do it now. Go for it. Go. Go into that space right now and tell me when you're there.
Yeah, I'm there.
Do you feel unsupported now?
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you feel unsafe now?
No.
No. What do you feel?
Yeah, calm. Like I feel grounded. Like,
there you go. You have a superpower.
Yeah, I feel like the best way to describe it is, and I actually visually see it, is like I've got this like aura around me, and it's a shield.
Beautiful.
Wow,
Amazing.
I haven't been back there for a while. I've just sort of like gone away from, wow, thank you. That has just brought up a lot of real like grounding stuff.
If people want to know, why do I do this? Why do I do that? Why is that happening? It's because of shame, trauma, and agreements.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's the three things. And then if you want to change it, you do three things: think, feel, do differently, which you've just done. I want to think something different. You did it. The action was to breathe, to be still. That's the action. And then the feeling was success. The feeling was successful of, I feel grounded right now. Because when we're 100% grounded, when we're 100%, really what you did was you became super present.
Yeah.
When we're 100% present, we're not in the past or in the future. We're here now. And that's why they call it the present, because the present is a gift.
Mm.
You know, and when you're triggered because of shame. Why am I not good enough for you to hold me? But what you're really asking from him is to do the impossible. He has to be your everything.
Yeah.
He can't be. He can't even, you know, like we're struggling to be our everything for ourselves, let alone someone else.
Right. Yeah.
We're a work in progress, right?
Yeah.
That's what, yeah. So, and then what the alcohol is giving him is actually not a stress relief, it's giving him oblivion. That's what he's wanting. He's wanting, I just want out for a minute. I don't want to think, don't want to feel, I don't want to be. I want oblivion. And then when he's going for the oblivion, then he's got you at him as well. He's not even getting it there. So this is where you need to start looking at parts of your relationship and go, right, what do I need to heal here? And this is what I love about triggers. So when we're given a trigger, it's that it means I'm lacking something that I'm needing, right? There's something that I want. So if there's a want and a desire to, I want a better relationship, or I want to feel more safe, or I want to feel closer, or I don't know, I don't want to be a bitch anymore, whatever it might be, right? This is our want, our desire is the opportunity for our soul to go, let's heal. And that's what I love about it, because it's just showing another area we need to heal, because soul purpose is to heal itself. Like we might sit there and go, oh, I have a purpose to write a book. I have a purpose to heal the world. That's a desire. The soul is, if that's what you want, heal yourself so you get that. That's the soul's purpose, is to heal. And I love this, Marie. So you're sitting in this beautiful container ship now of healing yourself. And you know what? You've got the freaking secret sauce. Like you did it in real time here. And like, I think if we timed it, it was probably 3 to 4 seconds.
It was so fast. And the fact that you use this to heal yourself from cancer, because cancer in essence is a bunch of unstored emotions where you haven't felt safe, where you've had to create this safety within your relationship. You've done this before. And this is something that I'd recommend you cultivating at least 3 times a day throughout your day. And if you're open to it, I'd like to take you 2 layers deeper.
Yes, I am.
2 layers deeper around this trigger. One, how to move this energy if you're in trigger, because when you're not triggered, it's so easy to go into, oh, great, I feel safe now. But what do you do when, you know, it's your, what is it, out of the fire into the frying pan kind of situation? Like, what do you do then? So I want to give you a strategy to help get back to this space for you. And 2, I would like to, and I'm sure Em will probably have some stuff around this as well, just take the pressure off that trigger a little bit. Like we're not going to solve the trigger in this session, but we can take the pressure valve off it a little bit. And these 2 things I think are really going to help with that. And I know being in Em's containers, you will absolutely go much deeper around this trigger and like heal it at its essence. But just for today, being that it is, you know, we can't control anybody else's behavior. And if your partner is co-regulating with alcohol, so we co-regulate with things all the time. Like we might co-regulate with food in terms of, Em was saying, we can co-regulate with poison, or we can co-regulate with things that have our body thrive. And it's just choosing and knowing what we're doing. Co-regulation means I'm putting something in my body, or I'm doing something with my body to help stabilize my system and feel safe. So it's all external safety kind of stuff. Food is a really common one people co-regulate with all the time, but they don't realize they're doing it. So think of like emotional eating. Drinking is a really common one. Drugs, that kind of stuff. And so the first thing that I'd like to teach you how to do is called pendulation. And pendulation is a nervous system healing word for how we move a really intense feeling in our body to somewhere we don't feel it at all. And so what I'm going to do is ask you to feel the feeling that has you going towards the explosion, but I only want you to feel it at 5. Don't go to 10. I just want you to feel it at 5, and I'm going to show you or help you move this through your body so you can start building some nervous system fitness around, oh, I'm feeling that feeling. Here's how I move it and come back into regulation. Now I can go to safe space. So let me know when you've got, are you open to doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Just checking. So I want you to feel the feeling at a level of 5 out of 10. And I want you to tell me, where do you feel it in your body?
I feel it in my chest
Yeah. Anywhere else?
and in my stomach.
Yeah. So chest and stomach. More chest or more stomach, or both pretty equal?
Probably more stomach, actually.
Yeah. And what kind of a sensation is it in your stomach? Is it like a tingling sensation? Is it moving? Is it still?
It's like a cramp, like a fist, like just getting really, really tight.
Yeah. So the tension there. What about the sensation in your chest? What does that feel like?
Tightness.
Tightness. Yeah. And does it feel like it's making it a little bit hard to breathe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to think about the 5 toes on your left foot. Do you feel anything there?
Just the carpet underneath them.
Just the carpet. Okay. What about the right toes? Can you feel anything there?
No.
Just the carpet?
Carpet, yeah.
Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is pendulate. So I want you to take this feeling that you feel in the fist that you feel in your stomach and the tightness and the shortness of breath that you feel in your chest. And I want you to send that feeling into your toes touching the carpet. And I want you to send that into your feet still while you're feeling the sensation of the carpet under your toes, but send that sensation all the way down there. Let me know once it's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I want you to take a big breath, feel it into the bottom of your belly. So in through your nose, hold for a second and let it out through your mouth. Now I want you to come back to your chest and your stomach and notice how it feels and if the intensity of that feeling's gone down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. What would you say that feeling's at now out of 10?
Probably about a 3.
3, great. Let's do it again. So just focusing on that feeling. And now I want you to send it back down into your toes, the 5 toes on the left, 5 toes on the right, feeling the carpet under your floor, under your feet as you're sending the sensation down there. Let me know once you've got it down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Now we're going to take another big breath again, all the way into the bottom of your belly, in through your nose. Holding at the top for 1 and out through your mouth. Very good. And now just a normal breath and coming back in, feeling into your tummy space and your chest space. How's it feeling now?
Yeah, it's relaxed. It's gone.
Great. And now for me, just because I know that you're a bit of an overachiever, go into that safe space for me. And let me know when you're there.
Yeah.
Very good. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah. And that we came into regulation within about, what would you say, Em? 3-4 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And that's how quickly we can ground and create stabilization in our system. But what we have to do, and it's something that you've told me that you've already become very good at, you maybe just haven't practiced it for a while, is noticing what's happening in your body and the sensations. So for you, now that you know that when you're starting to feel this activation happening, it's a tightness in your chest and a shortness of breath and a fist in your stomach. You go, oh, okay, I'm going to do that pendulation thing that Em and Kel taught me.
That was really good. Yeah, wow, I love that.
Well done, Marie.
Yeah.
Can I add one more thing that can help you and your beautiful partner? If he is needing to be into oblivion to self-regulate, find out the steps. There will never be, I'm great, I'm out. There will be about 4 or 5 little steps. There'll be something in between that starts getting him off kilter. studied those steps?
Yeah, I have. I see it coming.
Oh, good.
Gosh, I see it coming. I know when he is about, and I think to myself, I feel like I'm a clairvoyant.
So what is there something that you particularly do when he's in that space?
What do I do?
Yeah. Is there anything?
No, I see it coming. And I guess that's when my trigger starts to, like, I've got no idea how to reel it back.
Okay, so something that you can do in there is that's a sign that he actually needs some love and support. He actually needs something because he's at capacity of something that he doesn't want. And then he's looking for oblivion. So that's when you can step in and go, hey, babe, what do you need? So we have a rule of, I'm just going to help you what we do in our house. Like we all know, because I live with my husband and my 2 boys, right? Now, Jack and Ben are now 21 and 22, but we started doing this back when they were 13, 14, and they know my steps because apparently I do this, right? There's this breath, and then I get very heavy-footed. And I start looking around the house for shit for people to do. And they go, oh, here we go, right? And they know what to do. They'll grab me by the shoulders. They'll sit me on the couch. They stick my feet up on the dining room table, like on the coffee table. And they put Netflix on for me. Or not Netflix, they put Stan on for me. And they put Twilight.
Yeah.
Even though if this all happens within a minute, right? Even if I don't know, if I don't have the time, they just go, sit down, Twilight. And they go, that is them telling me, I've got you.
Yeah.
I've got you. Because whenever we are dysregulated in our nervous system, we just want someone to come and go, hey, babe, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's all right. We're all good. We definitely don't need extra stress when we're stressed out because toxins feeding toxins is more toxins.
Oh, that's what's been happening, Em. Oh my gosh, that just makes so much sense. Yes.
Kill it with kindness, babe. Kill it with kindness.
Yeah, I'm already seeing the patterns. I know when it's happening.
Yeah. And that's gold. You've got these amazing superpowers because one, you can self-regulate like fucking that within seconds. Like a little bit jelly over here, babe. And then 2, you know his patterns. So you've got the whole recipe in front of you. Just stick the cake in the oven, babe.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks.
You know what I mean? Just sit there, go, hey, my love, whatever you call him, sexy pants, babe, whatever it is.
Babe.
You know, babe, I call my husband babe. Just say, hey, babe, I got you right now. Have I told you how amazing you are? Let him know he's super special. Let him know he's supported.
Yeah.
Does that help you, Marie?
Yeah, that helps heaps. That helps heaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can actually visually see him just calming down and not turning to a drink if I come from that space.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a space from love. It's not a space from anything else but, hey, babe, guess what? I got you.
Yeah.
When you've got him, then he can get you.
Yeah. So I need to self-regulate when I see that happening.
Yes.
Just to repeat that back, I need to self-regulate, get myself into that safe space, which I can do just like that. I've just remind myself to do that and then respond in that manner to him with love. Yeah. Yeah, that makes...
You may not believe what he's doing is right, but you're in 100% agreement with the frequency when you're fighting with him. You might be talking about the same thing, but you're in agreement with the frequency of not enoughness, judgment, rejection, because what you're doing is you're judging and rejecting him.
Yes.
He's already judging and rejecting himself. That's why he wants the oblivion. So he's in agreement that he is not enough. So he'll drink to go, I can't feel I'm not enough. And then you yell, telling him you're exactly not enough.
Yeah.
See the agreement? So you need to change a lot of these pacts around relationships. It's an agreement. You've declared something to the universe. You've made a pact.
Wow. Wow.
So interesting. And they're hidden. And then they'll come out with triggers. You go, oh, I see you, little sneaky mofo, you know? So yeah. So self-regulate, Marie, and then be there for your man. Let him sit in his, there's masculine and feminine energies. And they literally run the same. They have to provide. So a masculine energy is I'm providing safety, and the feminine energy is I'm providing the space for you to help me feel safe. So this is where you need to swap. When he's in his I'm not feeling good, that's when you go in your centered masculine energy.
Yeah.
Because you're very good in your centered masculine energy. Because as you've said to Kelly and I before we've gotten here, when you're with clients, you are just on. You don't feel fear. You're in there. That's your centered masculine energy. So you're actually very good in your masculine energy because you're a leader. You hold people. You're good with people.
Yeah.
So when babe is feeling a little bit out, that's when he's allowed to go in his feminine energy and allowed to be nurtured. And you lead. You go, hey, listen, let's do this tonight. Just don't let him. So when somebody's dysregulated, you can't give them a question. You can't get them because a question will overwhelm them. So even if you said to somebody who's dysregulated, do you want Italian or Thai tonight? That question could set them over the edge. Because what if I get it wrong?
Yeah.
So this is when you go and you go, hey, listen, we're going for a walk. We're going to have a beautiful Italian meal tonight. We're going to sit, we're going to watch this particular movie tonight. And I'm going to give you a beautiful hand and a foot massage. And it's just they're going, I don't have to make any choices, which means I can't get anything wrong, which means if I get something wrong, I'm not going to shame spiral, which causes another trauma response, which is another agreement.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and he's like, Marie's got me. And he'll self-regulate within probably 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm looking forward to trying this, to doing this.
Yeah, let us know how you go.
And the other and the other thing, to not only will he self-regulate, he will co-regulate with you. So the gift that we can bring our partners is that when we're in a centered, regulated state and we're with somebody who's a bit dysregulated, they will sync with us and come into regulation, but we have to be able to hold our own regulation, irrespective and independent upon what's going on with them. And then they will come into alignment with that. It's like environment affects who you show up as. So you need to be the stable, calm environment to help have that effect on his system to feel safe enough to come into regulation with you.
Oh, wow. Well said. That really makes a lot of sense now. Jeez.
How are you feeling, Marie?
I'm feeling great.
You just copy paste it everywhere with your kids, friends. Yeah. It's just a copy paste.
Wow. This is just gold, ladies. Like the amount of arguments that people have, regardless of whether it's their partner, exactly what you just said, Em, you know, I just when you said kids, then I can see that happening and playing out with my kids when I've had arguments with them. And yeah, like you're right. It is a copy and paste.
It's a copy and paste. And, you know, I was always a very fighty mum. Like I was one of those kind of tyrant mums. And tyrant, what I mean by that is I was very, very loving and very sweet, but I could scream at my kids at the same time.
Yeah.
And when I screamed at them, and when I screamed at them, it was what Jack and Ben told me was all they heard was whatever I do is not enough for me.
Yeah.
So it's an impossible job to make me, mum, happy. That was a big one for me.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a huge one for me. I was like, holy shit, where I thought control was safe for all of us. If I controlled the situation, I controlled you, I controlled me, I controlled Anthony, everybody was safe. But what I was doing, I was actually feeding the beast of not enoughness.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it, what we do?
That is, yeah,
But we're not allowed to feel guilty about it. Because once you know, then you can change it.
Yeah.
You know, and I do want to share something with people listening. This was massive for me. Ben was about 13 or 14, and I went through this. I found out that I was a very controlling mother, and there was a lot of conditions. So I could sit there and say, I was having the best day until you came home and left that wet towel on the floor. So even my whole day apparently relied on my children, right? So on a towel. And I blamed them for a lot. I was this perpetual freaking victim, but I was also an aggressor. I was very aggressive and I caused drama in the house all the time. And then when I found all this out, I went through, it was about 3 weeks, and I was in this spiral of guilt and shame and depression about how I used to mother. And Ben was 13, I think, came up to me and he said to me, do you not love me? And I went, of course I love you. He goes, do you want me to be different? I went, no, absolutely not. I said, I love you just the way you are. He goes, well, can you stop feeling guilty about the way you've mummed me? He said, because without you, I'm not who I am today. And who I am today, I get emotional saying this. He goes, who I am today is because of you. So can you stop feeling guilt and shame about who you are as a mum to me? That moment, Marie, changed everything in my life. Everything in my life, it changed. And this is what I love about us women and men who change. We have an audience. And who's in our audience, we're giving permission to them to go, well, if they can change, so can I. Because when you change, it's also admitting that you fucked it up. And that's our pain body hates it. Our trauma body hates admitting that we're wrong. Our soul body goes, yeah, we got it wrong. Isn't it great? Because now we can get it right. Yeah. And that is basically what Ben was saying to me. He goes, stop feeling guilty and shameful about what you did. Because also, Marie, in our fucked upness, look what we created.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't swap it for the world, babe.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. So now you just know better stuff.
Yeah. It's an ongoing journey, but a really good journey, because for me, the best way that I can describe it is I'm just healing all the way along. The stuff comes up, like this has come up for me. And right now, I'm now healing. And in that process, I'm also going to be healing others as well. I went through a similar thing with my children, Em, as you were describing what you went through. I was that mother as well. Yeah. And how far I've come since then through my healing journey as well. And you're dead right, 100%. Love this.
Great. Can we just say again, thank you for so much for your bravery, your time. This is leadership, what you're doing right now, because we have 4,500 listeners.
Oh, wow.
We're number, I think, 72 or something, best educational podcast in the world or something.
There.
Something like that. Like, it's insane. And you have no idea how much this episode here is going to help and heal people.
Look, I hope so. And I think, first of all, thank you to both of you for inviting me along and doing this work. But I think, more people need to speak up about what they're feeling. We tend to, and you were talking about shame before, Em. A lot of people don't, and I was one of those people for a very long time. I wouldn't speak up about anything because I felt so much shame around it. And then once I started speaking up about stuff and started being my true authentic self, and especially when I'm on retreat, people will say to me, oh my God, that's me, they'll talk about stuff that they have never spoken about to anybody. And that's when the healing starts. And it's like, wow. So I encourage people to talk about that stuff. Don't keep it to yourself. There's healing. Our stories are meant to be shared. Once we share those stories, there's so much healing that can happen. And that's been a big part of my journey. And I thank you, especially you, Em, the day that I met you. I remember that. I was giving a talk. I was doing a talk, and you turned up, and that was the very first time I met you, and you've made an impression on my life ever since. So thank you.
My love.
You've helped me a lot.
Wow, thank you.
Beautiful.
That's so beautiful. Thanks, Marie.
Yeah.
Right, Kel, that's it, guys. Is there anything else we can help you with in regards to your relationship, or you feel good? Do you feel good? Like, do you feel we've completed something for you here today?
You have completed something for me today, and I'm really looking forward to, I know this sounds, this is going to sound really weird, but I'm looking forward to the next time he wants to go and have a drink. And I'm
well done. Hey, do you know what's great? He probably won't need to have a drink because you'll get in there way before.
Yeah, he won't.
You'll see red flag 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You know, instead of red flag 8, and then it's too late.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you, I'm going to message you girls as soon as that happens. I'm going to be doing these little internal high fives, and I'm going to message you.
Do it in our little private message group. I love that. Thank you, Marie.
Yeah, I would absolutely love. Thank you. And I'd love to get you back to explore this business thing.
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
As well with you.
Episode 2?
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Yeah, episode number 2. You've been amazing. Thank you so much, because I know what your vulnerability in sharing that, I know it's going to serve our listeners beyond anything the three of us could even imagine right now. Because I think when we talk to real people, real time, real problems, this is where you get to see the implementation, like rubber hitting the road of a lot of the topics that we talk about on the show. So for us, seeing this and watching you go through the shifts and being able to take you through that, there's something really special about it. So thank you so much. And we'll get a link out to you. Definitely book in. Let's play with this business thing. I love business. Business excites me so much. And nervous system regulation, like my 2 favorite topics, like they just go hand in hand. So yeah, definitely let us know how you go. If you've got any friends that you think could benefit from coming and hanging out with us and having a play, by all means, hook us up. And yeah, I look forward to hearing how this goes with you.
Yeah, no worries. I will share this with my tribe as well. This is awesome gold, nuggets of gold. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.
Mwah.